Hello, everyone. My name is Wilka Toppins, and I'm a U.S. corporate and immigration lawyer. I'm the president and founder of Toppins Law Firm based in Houston, Texas, and I am an EB-5 lawyer. And I love what I do. I'm here with my friend Manuel Ortiz, and I want him to introduce himself to you and tell you exactly what he does.
My name is Manuel Ortiz. I'm Vice President of Global Business Development for First Pathway Partners. We're a company that administers EB-5 funds throughout the country and have been in business since 2008 and have a 100% approval record on investors obtaining their permanent green cards.
Okay, so I heard a lot. I heard your fancy title. Congratulations. It's way up here. Also, I heard regional center. What is an EB-5 regional center? I want the audience to really understand this concept because it's very important and it's a very good thing. So I want you to explain that very clearly to our audience.
I would say that term in the EB-5 industry is used interchangeably. Sometimes they refer to companies like ours as a regional center, but technically what a regional center actually is the government approval to conduct EB-5 business over a geographical footprint. So basically we have the approval to do EB-5 in Houston or in Los Angeles or some geographical footprint, but our company is what administers those investments there.
So if it's your company, First Pathway Partners, is a designated regional center, EB-5 regional center by USCIS, correct? Okay, and it has a geographic area. So then you're able to participate in investments on behalf of your investors, EB-5 investors, in projects, EB-5, whatever projects in in particular areas, correct?
That's correct. So let's talk about an example of a project. So let's say, Wilka, you'd like to develop a hotel. And let's say it's a Marriott or Hilton or your own brand, the Wilka Toppins Hotel. Okay. And let's say that hotel has a cost of $20 million. You would come to us and say, I would like a loan for $15 million, and I have the other $5 million to complete that $20 million cost. So what we'll do is we'll study the project, we'll underwrite it, we'll check whether it will qualify for EB-5, how many jobs are created, because each investor needs to create 10 jobs. So we'll evaluate it and we'll say, great, this sounds like it'll be a good EB-5 project, green light. So what I do is I direct our global team to raise the $15 million. We create a fund and then loan that out to you over a period of time, just like any bank would. And so what we do is we're the administrators of that fund, and like any bank, you have to pay it back in 4 years.
Right, so it is an investment. My understanding, the way I try to explain it to people, it's sort of a fund. A company is created that's going to raise the money. The regional center will assist in raising and administering those monies, those investment EB-5 monies, and then work in conjunction with immigration lawyers to file the petitions. At the same time, make sure that the business is conducted in a way that complies with the EB-5 law and regulations. That's very, very important. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, the regional center will manage the project or help administer the project in a way that it will create those jobs that need to be allocated to each investor. Tell me a little bit about the job creation, because that's really important for EB-5. There's no EB-5 without the investment and job creation per investor. That's sort of the whole purpose of the EB-5 program. Why you get a green card is because you're helping our country, the United States of America, to create American jobs. So tell me how the regional center helps with that process.
So let's talk about what the jobs actually mean, because using the same example of the hotel, some people think that you're counting the person that works the front desk, cleaning the rooms, everybody that's there, right? Yeah. Or even the construction jobs, which can count. All of those jobs can count. Mm-hmm. For construction jobs to count, the construction of the project has to last over 2 years. But what the government is really measuring is, say, this $20 million hotel over this geographic region, what is going to be the economic impact of those $20 million? So that gives you access to indirect jobs, direct jobs, induced jobs, and other job categories. So you're actually measuring the job creation from an economic impact instead of just the people that are actually working there. So many times what you'll find is that as long as the project is actually constructed, investors are going to create 95 to 100% of the jobs, meeting that job requirement just with that.
But regional centers like First Pathway Partners, you are deeply aware of these requirements, correct? You've been in this business how long?
Right, we've been in this business since 2008,
Right.
and again, we've had a 100% track record in investors obtaining their permanent green card
Right.
because of that job requirement. Because for investors to obtain that permanent green card, you've got to create the jobs.
That's right. But the way that how do you partner with the investor? How do you actually assist the investor that's working with you and your regional center and whatever project they may end up investing with the EB-5? How do you work, generally speaking, with these investors to assure that everything is moving along as it should be from the investment side, as well as the immigration requirement of job creation?
So typically what we'll do is we'll provide reports twice a year to investors that are going to have information on how the project is progressing and how the job creation is actually progressing as well, along with other updates. And it'll also include some market updates as well. And so I think that's really important, is a transparency and reporting to investors so they know that the investment is progressing. Because you've got to realize that some of these investors are located in other parts of the world.
That's why they're all over the world.
And so they just can't drive to
Right,
LA or to Utah or to places to go look at a project. So for us, transparency is very important. And sometimes investors want more information than that, and we're happy to provide that as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. And keep listening. We'll have more segments. We're going to go a little deeper into EB-5. Stay tuned.